So, are you looking to really elevate your English? Especially if you're getting ready for something like the IELTS or you just want to sound more professional? Well, you're in the right place. We're about to swap out some simple words for some truly stunning ones. Let's jump right in.
I want you to think about how you talk every day. Is there one tiny little word that you kind of lean on maybe a little too much to add some emphasis? A word you think is making you sound stronger, but it might actually be doing the opposite?
Yep, there it is. The word is very. Look, it's a comfortable word, we all use it, but let's be honest, it's a crutch. And it's often the one thing standing between sounding pretty good and sounding genuinely articulate. So today, we're going to break free from it. Just look at the difference here. On the left, you've got these okay, kind of weak phrases. But on the right, you've got words that are specific, they're powerful, and they are way more memorable. They create a mental image that very just can't. And that's exactly the kind of upgrade we're talking about.
So let's officially begin our mission, escaping the very trap. We're going to find some killer replacements for those phrases we all use on autopilot and really dig into why these new words are so much more effective. First up, emotions. Instead of just saying very happy or very sad, let's find words that paint a much richer, more vivid picture of how someone actually feels.
Okay, so instead of very happy, try a word like ecstatic. It gives you the sense of joy that's just bursting at the seams. She was ecstatic after receiving the IELTS Band 9. You can almost feel the celebration in that sentence, right? It's specific, it's vibrant, and it tells the whole story in one word. Now, on the flip side, what about very angry? Try furious instead. It's so much more impactful. It describes this intense, almost out-of-control anger. For instance, the teacher was furious when the students ignored instructions. That paints a way clearer picture of the scene, doesn't it?
So here it is, your new emotion toolkit. For those super positive feelings, you've got ecstatic, elated, overjoyed, or thrilled. And for the tough moments, words like devastated, miserable, furious, or enraged give what you're saying some real weight and precision.
Now let's take that same idea and apply it to describing size. Because let's face it, saying something is very big or very small doesn't really do it justice, and it's a missed opportunity to create a really powerful image in someone's mind.
For something that is just unbelievably huge, colossal is a fantastic word. Fun fact, it comes from a colossus of Rhodes, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. So it implies a scale that's almost overwhelming, like a skyscraper that practically scrapes the clouds. And for the total opposite, instead of very small, let's use minute. And notice the pronunciation on this one. It's minute. It refers to something so tiny, you might have to squint to even see it. It's perfect for talking about those small details that end up having a really big impact. So now you have a whole spectrum of size to play with. On the massive end, you've got colossal, gigantic, enormous, and immense. And for the other extreme, words like tiny, minute, microscopic, and miniature create such a precise mental image, whether you're describing an ant or a skyscraper. All right, for our last big category, let's talk about making powerful judgments. If you want to sound more authoritative and clear when you're giving your opinion, you have to move beyond simple words like good and bad. Just look at this. Was the food just good, or was it superb? Was the movie bad, or was it downright atrocious? See, these words don't just describe something, they deliver a verdict. They carry a weight that's impossible to ignore. Or think about this contrast. A hotel room isn't just very clean, it's spotless, which means there's not a single speck of dust anywhere. And a sidewalk isn't just very dirty, it's filthy, a word that makes you almost feel the grime. And you could apply this to basically anything. Is a deadline just important, or is it crucial, essential, or even vital? Is a sunset beautiful, or is it stunning, gorgeous, or dazzling? Every single one of these words offers a slightly different shade of meaning, a different level of intensity. So, the goal here isn't to just memorize a long list of words. I want you to see this as your new vocabulary toolkit. These are the tools that are going to help you build more powerful, more precise, and way more engaging sentences. But how do you actually make them stick? It's simple. Here's a 3-step plan. First, just pick 3 words from today that you really liked. Second, write your own sentence for each one. Make it personal. And finally,
And this is the most important part. Challenge yourself to use just one of them in a real conversation today. That is how a word goes from being on a screen to being part of your active vocabulary.
So really, there's only one question left. From ecstatic to colossal to paramount, which new word are you going to use first?